This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
40 years of helping people in our area fight cancer will get you ready for the Greater Hazleton unit of the American Cancer Society's telethon this weekend. Happy New Week, and thanks for watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and in SD on Channel 13. The Samsung Productions app will let you stream us on your Apple TV or Google Chromecast. I'm Ken Kara, and here's your Monday headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. It's the same cause for the past 4 decades, but this year's big event will take place in a new location. Today, volunteers for the Greater Hazleton unit of the American Cancer Society gathered at the site of this year's telethon, the WYLN Studios on East 10th Street in Hazleton. Clemmy Yamona, a co-chair for the telethon and one of its original organizers, says this year's 40th anniversary will be dedicated to the memory of its founders.
We owe so much gratitude to the founders, Henry and Leona Kreisel, and Joe and Irene Gans of happy memory. If it wasn't for these 4 individuals, we would not have had an American Cancer Society in this area. And I must commend the Greater Hazleton area. They have been so generous to us in the years that we have raised so much money for so that we could conquer cancer. About 25 years ago, there was no such thing as some people surviving. And today, we have survivors every hour on the hour at the telethon telling us they're here to tell their story. And today, survivors wear it like a badge of courage. And in those days, a few days, if there was a survivor or there was a cancer patient, they wouldn't admit it because it was considered the C word, they'd say, and it was a curse. But today, we're so proud of these people. They come forward, and if it wasn't for the research, because cancer has been conquered quite readily.
The theme is 40 years of giving so many can go on living. The telethon will be broadcast live Saturday from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. from the WYLN studios. You can watch it on Channel 7 or stop in and see it live. There will also be a free health fair from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m., plus tricky trays and a delicious bake sale. To make a pledge on Saturday, call 570-459-1212. Another community-wide effort is underway, this one to get unused prescription medications out of your house so that they never end up for sale on the street. After more than a year and a half of planning and coordination, the Drop the Drugs program has been launched. Paul Brenner raised the money to purchase the van that will be available throughout the Greater Hazleton area.
Any group, any organization, any company who wants to use it can go to the website, dropthedrugshazleton.com. And there's a tab there to click for requesting the van. That request will go directly to the Hazleton Police Department, which they will monitor it, and they will call the people who requested it, finalize the arrangements, and the van will be there at their event for about an hour and a half prior to the event. And people coming to that pickup spot will be able to dispose of their drugs. No questions asked. There's no charge for any organization that wants this. Of course, it's free. They're going to take unused, unwanted opioid drugs, illegal drugs if there happen to be any. Someone happens to be in their kid's medicine cabinet or under their bed or wherever they might find them. No questions asked. They'll take them and make sure they're disposed of properly. The van will also be available to any police department in the Greater Hazleton area. Again, as long as they cooperate with Hazleton Police and schedule, they can come here, pick up the van, man it with their own police, and then bring it back when they're done with it. So we want it to be used in a whole in the Greater Hazleton area, not just the city.
91 people die every day of opioid overdose. Here in Hazleton, because of those that are stepping forward, we are taking another step in trying to eliminate this problem from our communities. You know, when you think of opioid overdoses, you know, sometimes you think of, you know, somebody in a back alley buying drugs off someone and then overdosing, and that's just not the case. There's no income level of people. There's no race. It goes from professionals to young students. It is hitting all walks of life. It is hitting every community.
This transcends along all social classes. It transcends across all boundaries. It touches us all. This is just another tool in our toolbox. Is this the solution to it all? Obviously it's not, but this is another tool in our toolbox to make us that much more closer to getting our arms around this massive problem.
The van will stop at local events like basketball games or Fun Fest. For more information, go to dropthedrugshazelton.com. A Hazleton man is facing charges after police were called to the 200 block of West Diamond Avenue around 9 p.m. on Saturday night for a reported fight involving 3 males. 44-year-old Hakeem Perkins was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with serious bodily injury, criminal trespass, and criminal mischief. The victim, a 31-year-old male, was transported to a regional trauma center. The local building and construction industry is looking to hit the ground running as soon as the weather breaks. With this in mind, the PA Career Link in Hazleton will host a job event this Wednesday from 10 a.m. until noon. Christine Jensen is the administrator for the local Career Link office.
We'll have a number of employers here that are gearing up for the spring construction season, and we invite anybody who's interested in a job in that industry to come down at 10 o'clock. You'll find out about some of the companies that are going to be here, and then we do a little mini job here right on site at the PA Career Link, 75 North Laurel Street, and you could walk out with a great new job.
Is there any preparation people have to make before they come?
They don't have to register, they can just walk in, but we would be happy to work with them to prepare their resume or update their resume if they need that.
For more information on Wednesday's event, call the Career Link at 570-459-3854. Big jumps and amazing dance moves dominated day 10 at the Olympic Winter Games in Pyeongchang. Women's snowboarding big air had qualification runs, and the final will be on Thursday night here in the United States. In ice dancing, Canada's Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer lead. The American team of Madison Hubble and Zach Donahue are in third after the short dance. The U.S. women's hockey team beat Finland 5-0 to move on to the gold medal game, and medals will be handed out tonight in primetime on NBC in ice dancing and women's skiing halfpipe. Coming up, the Monoy area girls basketball team makes history, and Ron Marchetti takes a look back at some important events in sports history. Up next, get ready to race to raise awareness for foster care and adoption and help out Brandon's Forever Home in Hazleton. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Time now for this week's edition of Auto Advice. Tonight, our John Eric Poli has important advice for checking your antifreeze.
Well, you're driving on the highway, your windshield gets dirty, you go to clean off your windshield and you're out of fluid. No big deal, you just change it out, not a problem. The other thing, though, is antifreeze, and I'm here with Mark Ondition, the owner of Loser and Tire. Mark, tell me, antifreeze is something that you can't wait till it gets low because it's very important that you have it filled at all times.
Exactly. In most cases, if it's low, there's a light in the car that'll tell you it's low. Check it. And usually, when you take it to a reputable service center, they check it to make sure it's full. And then we use this little gauge called the hydrometer. And mostly before the bad weather comes in, we take a sample of the antifreeze to make sure that it's good for the extreme cold weather. In most cases, all cars, if they're good, it's about minus 35 degrees that it won't freeze over. And it's really, really important in the winter to make sure it's full and strong.
And this is something that you don't necessarily have to bring it into a garage to get it fixed. You could do it on your own. So if you wanted to go about doing that, kind of how would you do it? Where would you pick up the supplies for it and all that?
For the antifreeze, you could pick up one of these hydrometers at any auto parts store. Under your hood, it's always marked engine coolant. Of course, make sure the car is cold. You could remove the cap off the overflow bottle, drop that in there and do a sample. And if it's under 35, minus 35 degrees, you're good. If it's close to zero, I advise to drain it and have it replaced. That's pretty much it. It's not that hard.
But a big thing is the windshield wiper fluid and the antifreeze are right next to each other, so it's very important that you don't screw that up.
Yeah, usually they're clearly marked and labeled. One will say engine coolant, one will say washer fluid, or it'll have the icon. Washer fluid's typically blue, the lid is typically blue. Antifreeze, there's multi-colors of antifreeze or engine coolant, so you got to make sure it says engine coolant on there. If not, always go back to the owner's manual in the car, and it'll tell you where it is.
And if you decided that you wanted to do it by yourself, how exactly? It's pretty easy, right? You just lift open the lid and you pour it in, right? It's that simple, right?
Exactly. Just make sure, again, the owner's manual is the best reference. If you want to do it yourself, it's there. And it's pretty simple. It's not hard.
And if you are worried that you can't do it, you're worried you're going to mix it up, you're just not comfortable, maybe it's an older car, the labels are, worn off or something, they can bring it right here to Loser and Tire, and you guys will fix it for them, right?
Yes, we'll fix it. Checking it, we always check. We can check anything for free. We don't charge for every single thing. It's real simple. Takes us 5 minutes most cases to check. Washer fluid and antifreeze.
Well, hey, Mark, thank you for your time, and thank you for, obviously, all the helpful hints that you've been giving us. Mark's not done yet. He's back for one more segment here, and continue to keep watching SSP TV News.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Was in Delaware this weekend, came back and saw this. What happened? NEPA, and do we have any more snow in the forecast? Here's our forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight we can expect some rain and it will be warm. We'll have a low of 41 degrees, 80% chance of precipitation. On Tuesday we'll have some patchy fog before 10 a.m. Otherwise partly sunny, high near 64 degrees. Tuesday night mostly cloudy, low of 51. What a day. Wednesday, a chance of showers after 1 p.m. Partly sunny with a high of 67. Things are getting better. I didn't read this yet. Wednesday night, 50% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 40 degrees. Thursday, 50% chance of showers, high of only 45. Thursday night, 30% chance of showers. We'll have a low near freezing. On Friday, 50% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high in the mid-40s. Friday night showers are likely. It will be cloudy with a low of 37 degrees.
Brandon's Forever Home is recruiting runners for a team to participate in the Scranton Half Marathon. Here to tell us all about it and how you can help is Missy Nensteele. She's an executive assistant for Brandon's Forever Home in Hazleton. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, Lisa. Brandon's Forever Home is a Hazleton-based nonprofit that advocates for children in foster care and promotes adoption. We have a lot of different programs for the kids and their families. A big one, is the food pantry. We feed over 30 local families every single week. Wow. In addition to the dried goods that we have, we also seek to try to raise funds to raise money to purchase a CSA with a local farmer so that they have fresh local produce with their dried goods every week. So it's a win-win for everybody. The family gets healthy, fresh foods, and we're also giving back to the community by supporting a local farm. So this year we decided to come up with a race team to raise money to fund that, and we're going to be running the Scranton Half Marathon on April 8th. We're looking to have runners recruit. We're looking for anyone who just wants to maybe give a donation towards the food pantry. All of that is wonderful. They can certainly go to our website for more information or to sign up, or they can give me a call. I could give them more information that way.
This is great. I mean, we've done a lot on Brandon's Forever Home, so hopefully our viewers are very well versed on what the organization is all about, helping children. So we think the cause is great, but I'm amazed to know that you're providing food for that many people, so you do need the help of the community to sustain that.
Yes, and these people are our neighbors. You would be surprised at how many people are in need, and it's a community responsibility to help your brothers and sisters. So we're very proud to do it every week.
Well, that's great. Great cause. Now, there is going to be fundraising efforts, as she just explained, to help raise money for the pantry. So people can do that individually, participating in your team and raise money, but you're also doing group fundraisers to help out, starting with one this Thursday.
Yes, this Thursday, February 22nd from 4 to 8 p.m. at our brand new Hazleton Panera. We're having a group fundraiser, so portions of the proceeds that are raised will be going towards our food pantry. So please stop by. There is a little voucher that you have to bring with you for your purchase to qualify, and that can be found on our Facebook page. And I think I'll be adding it to our website as well, so you could certainly get it that way.
All right, great. Who doesn't want to go to Panera,
I
right?
know.
So twist our arm to do that from 4 till 8 on Thursday at Panera in Hazleton, right across from the Laurel Mall. So if you'd like to help out in that respect, but and if people want to just make flat donations or what, they can give you guys a call for more information too.
Absolutely. They can give us a call. They can send a donation through our website. They can mail one in, whatever way is easier.
All right, very good. Good things happening at Brandon's Forever Home. They're helping others. They can't do it without your help. And if you'd like to run with this great team from Hazleton, you can get involved and do that as well by going to their website, or you can make a donation. Or if you can't do any of the above, I'm sure you'd want to go to dinner at Panera on Thursday, so they hope to see you there. Keep up the good work, and if there's anything else we can do to help, please come stop on by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. And who had double zeros in pick 2 of the midday winning lottery here on SSP TV News? Pick 3, 311, love the band. Pick 4, 2200. Pick 5, 11389. And the wild number today is 2. Schuylkill League champions. We'll talk about who won the girls basketball title when we come back.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
In front of a packed Mart's Hall in Pottsville, the Monomoy area Lady Bears basketball team made history. The Schuylkill League Division III champs beat the Division I champs North Schuylkill to claim the school's first ever Schuylkill League championship in girls basketball. Next up, it's the District 11 AA playoffs, where they have a bye into the semifinals. They'll get the winner of Williams Valley and Shenandoah Valley. The Marion Phillies will play Minersville in a semifinal matchup. As for North Schuylkill, they are the top seed in the 3A District 11 tournament, and they'll play Salisbury on Friday. Here's more district playoff matchups. The Tamaqua girls are the number 7 seed in the 4A District 11 bracket. They'll play Northwestern on Saturday. The Marion boys are the AA number 3 seed, and they'll play Panther Valley next Tuesday in the semifinals. Tamaqua is the 3 seed in the 4A District 11 playoffs, and North Schuylkill is the number 4 seed. Both will play on Friday. The Hazleton area boys will tip off the playoffs on Saturday against Delaware Valley. The Cougars are the number 1 seed in the district's 2-4-6A sub-regional tournament. Josh Samick was recently named Wyoming Valley Conference Division I Most Valuable Player. MMI's Matt Marchetti was a second-team selection for Division III of the Wyoming Valley Conference. Jeff Planutis and Joey Grula, they were named to the first team, and Demir Faison was named to the second team in Division I. And Hazleton area head coach Mike Joseph was named Division I Coach of the Year. The Lady Cougars are the number 2 seed in their playoffs in the district's 2/4-6A sub-regional tournament. They'll play Friday against Williamsport. And the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins were swept this weekend. They're now second in the AHL's Atlantic Division behind Lehigh Valley. Ron Marchetti promised me some soccer talk in today's edition of Trivia Treats.
The Daytona 500 was yesterday, car number 3-1. But can you remember what happened at the Daytona 500 exactly 20 years ago in 1998? Hi, everybody. This is Trivia Treats. Dale Earnhardt Sr. ended 2 decades of frustration by winning the Daytona 500 at Daytona Beach in Florida. It was his 71st career NASCAR win, but his first at Daytona after being shut out in his first 19 tries. Earnhardt led 107 of the 200 laps, including the final 60, but he was challenged on nearly every one of them before narrowly beating second-place finisher Bobby Labonte. Earnhardt's failures at Daytona had become legendary. In 1986, Earnhardt blew an engine with 3 laps to go. In 1990, Dale led for 155 laps, but blew out a tire with 1 lap to go. In 1991, he struck a seagull while leading early in the race. Then he fought back into contention, but crashed with 2 laps remaining. Mother of God. Then finally, in 2001, Dale Earnhardt Sr., the Intimidator, will die on the final lap of the Daytona 500, exactly 17 years ago after crashing into a wall. Well, Major League pitchers and catchers have already reported for spring training. Well, also on this day, 48 years ago in 1970, Detroit Tigers pitcher Denny McLain was suspended indefinitely by baseball commissioner Bowie Kuhn for his connection to bookmaking and gambling. McLain posted a 31-6 record in 1968 and was the first pitcher since 1934 to win at least 30 games in a season. No one will ever win more than 27 in a single season, ever again. He followed that with a 24-9 mark in 1969, which brought his career record to 114-57 at the age of 25. But after he was reinstated 4.5 months later, he would only win 17 more games while losing 34. His career ended in 1972 at the age of 28, and he would later serve time in prison for racketeering, extortion, and drug possession. Also on this day in 1981, the great one, Wayne Gretzky, scored 5 goals and 2 assists in one ice hockey game for the Edmonton Oilers. And finally, 20 years ago, in 1998, the U.S. soccer team upset Brazil 1-0 in the semifinals of the Gold Cup at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. The Americans were 0-8 and were outscored 19-0 all time versus Brazil before that day. The United States would lose 1-0 in the finals to Mexico 5 days later and 20 years ago this past weekend. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's talk of the town. The Tamaqua Community Arts Center will be having a Pasanke Egg Workshop on Saturday, February 24th from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. Seating is limited. For more information, you can call the number on your screen. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mabel M. Bacon of Drums. Services will be private under the Harmon Funeral Home and Drums. Michael J. Mattis of Mountaintop. Mass is Wednesday at 11 a.m. at Most Precious Blood Church in Hazleton. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Firo Funeral Home in Hazleton. Joseph M. Pinzaro of McAdoo. The Turnbach Funeral Home in Hazleton will announce their arrangements. Edward M. Vervanitz of Hazel Township. Mass is Wednesday at 10 a.m. at Good Shepherd Roman Catholic Church in Drums. Friends may call Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton is in charge of the arrangements. Erna M. Williams of West Hazleton. Services will be private. And David Zoshin of Blakesley. Mass is Saturday at 11 a.m. at St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church in Whitehaven. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the church. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton is in charge of the arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Joseph Dudek of Ashland. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
All new Out of Left Field tonight at 8 p.m. and happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Allison. Love you. See you soon. All right, take it easy, everyone. We'll do this again on Tuesday.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.